Hello, guys, and happy Sunday. I just wanted to get on and share with you. I just got through watching this documentary called Daughters. You might have known about it. It's on Netflix, and it is just so amazing. It's talks about incarcerated fathers, and the program is daughter date dad or daughter date program, and trying to bond the daughters back with the fathers in prison. And it's a very emotional um, movie because it centers around the dance, the daughters, meeting their dad. Some of them hadn't even maybe seen them when they were like a year old, but it was just so good. What I like, it gave me a glimpse of fathers, because sometimes what we do is what we only see, of course, is the behavior that they've done, and the pain that they've caused, or whether they got themselves in trouble, weren't a good father, cheated on the mother, whatever it was. That sometimes takes over from seeing the human side of them, because we see the behavior more than anything. And sometimes, rightfully so, because some who have done some horrendous things and have not changed. But these fathers were so emotional and committed to their children. This is not just the program of just you dancing, doing this day dance with your daughters. It's also you, um, you know, being held accountable for some things, and your motivation is your daughters. Because one thing about children and stuff with parents, even when they can be mad at you or whatever, um, they are forgiving. These children, these young girls, they were just bawling because they didn't want to leave their dad. Some of them haven't saw their dad but once or twice, and it was so emotional. There were some disappointments, because one father, they thought he was going to get out, sooner, but he ended up with 10 years. Another one with 30 years, and he was the bonded with his niece. The niece came in there with the dance just like his daughter. And so I really love that, because I know even from my own father, he, wasn't in jail or anything, but I didn't have a great relationship at one point of time growing up as a young girl. I really didn't know my father because my mother and father were not married, of course, but it just I just thank God now how we need our fathers. You know, we still need them. We you know, they have, some of them have made, tremendous mistakes. But what the love that these young girls were, they were so forgiving, and they wanted to be with their dad. They weren't just holding their fathers, saying you were bad and you in jail, that kind of thing. They wanted their fathers to be consistent and be there for them. And I just love it because majority of them were black men. And I just I got to see I just it changed me. I was so emotional and happy for those young ladies, young girls, looking at their father as that protective man in their lives. And one little girl said, I don't want to go, I don't want you to go. um and the fathers, one young man father was saying, before this contact with his daughter, he was saying he he never even thought about, oh, if he get out, he may come back again. It was no biggie, because a lot of times if they don't have nothing to live for, they do end up coming back in jail or in prison if they get out. But he said the first time having that contact, to be able to touch his daughter and to see her face, that was the first time that changed him. And I think this is such a great program because it was started, of course, by this lady named Angela Patton. And I think another lady was involved with it too. And she was able to secure them with suits and shoes. And she was saying she was 48 and she still depend on her dad. Her dad was the one he's 80 years old, and he was the one who shined all of those men's shoes. It looked like it was probably about 20 something men who participated in the program. There were a couple of men who were in the program who daughters were not able to come, and you could see the disappointment on their faces. I really hurt it for them because, you know, and you saw some of the girls, they were angry with their father. They wanted question answers. And but the lady who put it on, who started this program, has been going on for 12 years. um but it wasn't her who started this dance. It was young ladies. She started the dance, but they had never done it in a prison. So it was these young girls who wrote a letter to the prison and said, well, since our dad can't come, outside of this, can we bring the dance to them? That was the first. They have never had that. And these were the idea from these young ladies, young girls, who wanted to bring that dance and bring themselves to meet with their father. But the woman who started it, Angela, she was just, conveying to the men how important these young girls want to be with their fathers. It really affects how they're going to be treated and what they're going to tolerate from men and relationships that they find themselves in. So everything, I don't care how old or how young you are, you I believe in reconciliation if at all possible. There are older women, just like the older men, who are needing their fathers or their mothers, and it's the same way with women. There's so many broken women because of the relationship that's broken between their father and there's 60-year-old women, 70, 80-year-old women who are still feeling the effect of their lack of relationship with their fathers. He may be dead and gone, but it's still affecting them. And I just think it's a beautiful thing to bring healing to our families, because we definitely need our fathers, we need our men in our communities. We're not going to make it without them. I don't care what the world says. We need men, and we need. You may not be in a relationship like, a man and a woman relationship, but we still need our men in our lives, our brothers, our uncles, our dad, our granddads, our cousins. We need our men. We are not going to make it in our community without our men. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Bye.